JD, how you feeling 2 weeks from the start of the season? Obviously a big season coming up for you in this program. What has the preseason been like, and how do you feel like your game is looking heading in 13 days away from the season?
14 days away, obviously I can't wait. We can't wait. And we're working on a lot this offseason, just overall, shooting, ball handling, whatever, basketball skills in general. And I feel like it's going to be a great season, with the guys we brought in, with the guys we already had. It's been a good combination, and it will continue to be a good combination, So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
So you're looking to make that transition into having a big season this year. What were some of those key improvements you were working on this offseason, and how have those helped you prepare for this season?
Well, ball handling, and being more efficient, getting up more shots, picking what to shoot, when to shoot, those areas, and many other things, but those specific.
You mentioned some of the new guys coming in. How have you guys been gelling so far? What's the reception been like around them?
It's been great. They're intelligent guys, so they know what they're stepping into, high level basketball, Cincinnati basketball, and we're going to try to keep building the tradition here. So,
which new guy do you think is going to make a really big impact the fastest?
Everybody, all of them.
From last year to this year, with the all seasons and preseason, what do you feel like is the biggest difference that y'all as a team walking into the season?
I say growth and experience. That's the big thing. We got experienced guys that's played all over, different schools, coming in, combining with the guys that already been here, that played years, like myself, I played 3 years here. So I guess I consider myself a vet. And, guys like Kalu, his last year, played on the man. Other guys like Odie came last year, played last year, but he was at Wake Forest, played a couple years there, now here. So I feel like our growth and our experience, it'll be very different this year.
The coaches have talked to me a little bit about your growth off the court. Just talk about what you've gone through this offseason that has maybe changed your outlook on things and brought you to a new place as a leader and veteran now.
Yeah, every year, I speak on growth a lot. People around me speak on growth, just elevating and seeing what I can do to mature at the highest level. So, and also, having God in my life is a big deal because without him, nothing is possible for us. So I made a big change in that, giving my life to him. So that's pretty much it, just growth in general.
What are you excited most about in terms of the versatility of this team? Obviously, it was a little siloed last year, a lot of you, a lot of David, and now it seems like you guys are going to be able to really spread it around and not have defenses be able to key in on really anybody.
Yeah, I'll say just our length, and our strength in numbers. We had a lot of numbers last year, but this year it's like all around, everywhere. The 3 spot, the 2 spot, the 4 spot, the 5 spot. It's just more athleticism, I'll say.
Just talk about the new faces in the locker room. Obviously, you bring in 3 freshmen, 3 transfers. How has that been gelling off the court as well as on the court, obviously, with guys like Landers, Rob, bringing freshmen, Dan, and all of them? How have you guys been able to develop off the court as well as on the court this offseason?
Yeah, well, trying to get where we need to go. We had no choice but to build. Playing for a guy like Coach West. It's just basketball guys. We just guys trying to hoop. Trying to get better. So it's like we already had that connection before we got here. Especially Dan. He's been following us since he committed. Rob. He's new, but he know what he's getting into. Cincinnati basketball. So I feel like the guys that's already been here. We made an exception to accept the guys. On and off the court. It's just human beings.
I know he's sitting here, so no pressure, but what does Kalu bring on the court, and then how well has he been able to mesh and gel with you guys who are already here?
Mm-hmm. Well, on the court, he's a big presence. See how big he is physically, and on the offensive end, he's a bucket getter. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's a big difference. You know, having a 4/5 guy like his size. You know, it's gonna be a nightmare for people. You know, some nights. You know, so yeah, that's what I say about Kalu.
Anything else? All right, thanks, JD.